Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess. I miss your ginger hair and your way you like your dress. Won't you come on over, making the fool out of me? Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, 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 why won't you come on over, Valerie?
Hello, YouTube acoustic guitar aficionados. What? They're not pedal nerds. They're not amp nerds.
No.
Acoustic guitar. These might actually be people who've never been on my channel.
Okay.
Because usually it's amps and acoustic guitars and titties and beer and, you know, cocaine.
Yeah.
And now we're actually...
Sounds good.
Yeah. Now we're actually stepping back, coming down a little bit, looking at the finer side of life, which is acoustic guitars.
And Henning Pauli.
Which is the finer side of life. Okay, enough bullshit. I am here with Niels Hofmann, who is the electric guitar player for Norman Kyle's band. Norman Kyle's band.
Norman Kyle's band.
Yeah, Norman Kyle, a great German singer-songwriter, and they're going to be touring all next year, and we built him a beautiful stereo rig with Strymons and ES8s, which, of course, you know, he's got to deal with. That means he has sleepless nights. And 2 Joyo Beale Streets, which he is now an endorser for Joyo.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Good amp. So, and he knows how to play acoustic guitar because he is the frontman. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
You sing and play guitar.
I hate the word, but...
But that's what you are. You're the frontman.
Yeah.
Yeah? The head honcho. The big kahuna.
The guy who
Mr. Woo! No? For Mandowar. No, not Mandowar. Mandowar, which is a mandolin, acoustic guitar...
And bass.
Acoustic bass, and they play their own original songs.
Yeah, we wrote all the songs. We wrote the songs for AC/DC. We wrote songs for Alice Cooper, and we wrote songs
Nirvana?
Yeah, Nirvana. We wrote songs for Metallica, and so on and so on.
So their acoustic versions made it all around the world in a little bit heavier setting. What's the style you play? What do you call that style?
It's called country folk metal.
Traditional country folk metal.
Traditional country folk metal.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a little bit out there. Which might be the cocaine talking, I don't know. So, we are here with hello. We are here with an absolute beauty of a guitar, which is, let me look at my cheat sheet, the LAG T300DCE.
Yeah.
Why don't they give these guitars good names? Ibanez does that, and everyone goes and has these stupid-ass names. You can't remember these.
Well, actually, it's an auditorium too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it in a grand auditorium? Where do you see that? No, it's a dreadnought. They have it in an auditorium, but this is a dreadnought.
Okay.
The auditorium would be the ACE, A for auditorium,
like
D for dreadnought. It is a dreadnought.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why it's called a dreadnought, because it is a dreadnought.
All right.
So, and of course, we're discussing whether it is an auditorium or dreadnought, and we still don't know the difference, really.
No.
Dreadnoughts are a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger, maybe?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
They're bigger.
So let's go through some of the specs of the Lag T300D as in Dreadnought CE. Wait. D as in Dreadnought, CE as in Cutaway?
It's Cutaway.
And T300 is just because that's what it's called.
Could be.
It's like in Terminator, the T1000.
What is the T1000?
That's that liquid metal robot. You've seen Terminator, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. He probably lives in a cabin in the woods.
I like Sex and the City and... No.
Okay, we're not cutting that out, just to let you know. The frontman from Mandowar likes Sex and the City. Just to let you know.
And how's this other thing? Doesn't matter.
Okay. Anyway, this guitar has a massive Sitka spruce. So difficult for me. Sitka spruce top with this beautiful rosette. With this beautiful off-center motif in the middle, which is actually very beautiful, looks like it's made out of the same wood that the sides are. The shoulder sides and the back. Turn it around. Beautiful, and then turn around. The back. The back. Look the fuck, this is so deep. I mean, I love the paint. It's a high gloss paint job they did, and it is so deep. And those the grain is just in insane grain. Look, there's a little wolf inside, or a little woodpecker actually. Looks like a woodpecker.
Okay.
This wood is called. It's flamed Ovancoal.
Looks like a face.
Yep. In space.
Yeah.
A woodpecker. Flamed Ovancoal. The neck is tropical kaya. Kaya is just a form of mahogany. So, I like the veneer on top because that's a darker wood, whatever that is. It's not the flamed Ovancoal again. I don't know what that is.
But it looks very nice.
It's very nice. It's matching. And then the fretboard is actually brown wood. It sounds like they stopped coming up with cool names and that's brown. What are we going to call that? Brown wood. Well, there's red wood. There's red wood. There's brown wood. The saddle, the nut, is graphite. What else do we... actually the headstock is also brown wood. That's what it is.
Okay.
So it's brown wood on kaya. And it's kind of weird for an acoustic guitar, but the hardware is flat black. So it's not high gloss black. It's a cool flat black.
I like it.
Very nice offset to the show that in that camera.
Yep.
Very nice offset to the you have to go back a little bit because it's right here. To the golden strings. I think that really just works nicely also with the Lag logo. What are the frets? Nickel, silver nickel. Bridge is, who knows? Does it say that? I don't know. Oh, bridge.
Brown wood.
Indonesian rosewood with a compensated graphite saddle. Mm-hmm. Compensated means that the length of the strings are actually slightly different. And, of course, the pièce de résistance in the French is the Fishman Ink system. That is the Fishman Ink3. With the tuner, what else do we have?
With this nice tuner.
Nice tuner and a bass treble middle, right?
Yeah, and volume.
So 3-band EQ, volume, and a nice tuner that actually works. Show the tuner, and then turn it off again.
Yeah.
So plug a string. So it shows you in different colors where you are. It actually is not just 3 little dots, which can be inaccurate. This actually has a little thing. So this is definitely the cool thing. What I love on the Fishman Ink system is the following. Check this out. The actual plug locks the battery compartment. You pull the plug, and then super low tech. Just move this plastic plate over and you can get to the battery. No screwing, no nothing, no complicated little lids. It is a very simple system, but it works. So way to go, Fishman, for being clever. And strings are probably 12s, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
The string tension on this guitar is definitely a little bit higher, a little bit fatter neck. I don't know, can you turn it to the side? Maybe we can see the neck here. I don't know if that in any way makes sense. Yeah, that's how thick the neck is. Way to go. You know nothing now. Okay, we're gonna let Niels play.
Oh, that's okay.
We're gonna go and obviously switch over to the piezo system because that is very likely what you would use most of the time, even though a piezo is never as good as putting a mic in front of a guitar.
Yeah.
Never ever. It's always a compromise. But obviously in bands, you have to make that compromise. Here, we're using a Oktava MK012 and another Oktava MK012 with 2 capsules on figure 8. And that system is actually called an MS configuration, which gives you a beautiful, slightly stereofied sound, even it's not a stereo miking situation. So that's what we're using here. And I'd say, go ahead, do your thing.
Oh, okay. Now let's take a hard pick. this guitar.
And that was it for our 2 cents. I like this guitar. Well, let's talk about some things. It clocks in, as far as I know, at a little bit over $600, maybe $650. It's somewhere between $600 and $700. No case. I got it delivered to me in a cardboard box, which means you always have to consider buying a case or a gig bag, get a good gig bag for it. My verdict, plays like a beautiful acoustic guitar with a higher string tension. It makes you work a bit, right?
Yeah.
It makes you work a little bit more than other guitars, but I think the payoff, I mean, as I was sitting here, him playing, I fell in love with him. I'm going to marry him now. And it is, sadly, always these guitars have the citrus-proof top, which is always plain and boring, and it is so beautiful. Turn it around again, that flamed Ovancourt looks just insane. I wish they could put that on the front. For some reason, citrus spruce is what sounds good, and that is why it's on the front, and it's kind of boring.
I think that's what Ibanez does.
What? To put that in the front?
Yeah.
How do they sound?
I don't know. Didn't test them.
Well, they should send me some Ibanez. But I'm thinking, my personal verdict, for that money, great sounding guitar, good pickup system, beautiful. You're gonna have to dig the black hardware. I don't know if there's options. I don't know. But now you go. You already said, I like this guitar. Anything
I like
else?
this guitar. I like the bass. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's there, but it's not too much. Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely balanced. Not too much.
Yeah.
Not too much high end. Not too much low end. Some guitars, some acoustic guitars, even especially higher priced ones, have a lot of high end.
Yeah.
And when you start digging in, you're overexciting the guitar. The strings are resonating too much, and especially the high end comes out. I played some Gibson Jumbos. I mean, we were talking about really expensive guitars, and you play them. You're like, it's only high end brittle.
Yeah.
These big ass guitars, and you're like, why do they want that much money?
Yeah.
And here it's a perfect balance, which is very difficult to find. Trust me.
And this you actually hear every string. Mm-hmm. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, as I've said in another review, with acoustic guitars, you need to go and check them out. If you think this is cool, go to your local store. Take the time, take a Saturday, drive a little bit further to a store that has a lot of acoustic guitars, including this one, and check them out. Your playing style is absolutely key. How hard do you dig in?
Which pick?
Which pick are you using? Are you only playing fingerstyle? Because then you can actually get a guitar that is much more responsive to your playing, which with the pick would be overexcited and totally sound like crap. But you're only playing quieter fingerstyle, and then of course you need a guitar that is very responsive to that. A guitar that is very responsive to subtle fingerstyle might not work at all with heavier picking. So finding a guitar that works for every playing style is very difficult. I would even think almost impossible. I went to a store a few years ago with one of my students, and we spent a good 4 to 5 hours looking for an acoustic guitar for him. He ended up buying a Yamaha, and he was prepared to spend more money on a Taylor, Martin, whatever it was. Once we started forgetting about brand names and all that stuff and really looked at him playing what he's playing on the guitar, that guitar had the perfect balance of high end, low end, and everything. So it's very important that you play a whole bunch of them, take at least 4 to 5 hours, look at brands that you usually wouldn't look at. Maybe Lag would be a brand that you wouldn't look at. I bought at Tom's place when he was still in Wetzlar.
Yeah.
He sold me a used Guild for $500.
Launhardt guitars.
Yeah.
Need to check this.
Launhardt guitars. And he had that hanging there. And of course, Tom built amazing guitars. Yeah. I mean, not for $500, but
no.
But amazing guitars. So he knew his shit. And I picked up that Guild, and everyone, it's hanging over over there in that other room. Everyone that plays it says, "Can I buy this?" I'm like, hell no. It is, for me, the perfect guitar that does it all. No pickup, no cutaway, a different beast, okay? But I would have never, ever looked at Guild. Guild would not have been the company that I would have considered for an acoustic guitar. And I was there playing this, and I'm like, you know what? It does everything I wanted to do. So take your time, look at the brands, but this should definitely be a guitar you should consider, I think.
Yeah, especially for beginners, or for beginners they want to spend some money. I mean, 500-600 euros is a little bit more than...
Yeah, but it's not like a Martin for $2,500 bucks. You know, it's in the upper beginner range, but I think a very solid tool. I love the fact that there's nothing in the fretboard, that it's a very simple guitar.
It's great.
Get a decent gig bag for it, and you go. You're gold. You're good.
Great.
Thanks to Niels for hanging out and doing this demo with me. And
welcome.
we'll see you on the Flippity Flop, wherever that is.
Whatever a flippity flop is.
Whatever a Flippity Flop, we still don't know.
Yeah.
Check him out if you're in Germany or wherever, and he's playing with Mando War. They play things like Wacken. Did you play Rock am Ring?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But we played Copenhagen. It's a metal festival in Copenhagen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great, huge festival. And it was a great time there.
Check out if Mando War's in your area. Check him out and throw some panties on the stage. He likes that kind of shit.
Yeah!
Rock and roll! Okay, see you people. Thanks for watching.
See you guys. Bye.